For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website www.games4allpodcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/Games4all or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out hostgator.com.
Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 85. I'm your host James Craigie and I am joined by the delectable
Michelle Barry.
What?
Nothing.
Well, I'm going to try and think of a new one every week. Could get entertained.
Thanks for that.
Possibly get slapped.
You're lucky I can't reach her.
Yeah, I know. Still me, Dan's still off having babies.
Well, technically they haven't had it yet.
No, still no news, but we'll keep you posted when the little bundle of joy baby gamer arrives. So, should we get on? Get started?
Yeah.
Get going?
Yeah.
It was a great start.
Yeah.
So, what have we been playing? Well, I set you a challenge last week.
Yeah.
To play some more Machinarium.
Mhm.
When did you play it?
Today when I got back from work.
Cool.
I've had so much going on, but yeah, I got to, because it's mainly an adventure puzzle game, really. I mean, you've played it on the desktop.
Yeah, it's very much like sort of like the old point and click adventure games.
Yeah, and yeah, it was alright. I felt pretty rubbish at it, to be honest. I mean, it looks really nice on the MacBook. But I think what I found difficult about it is obviously you've got to find objects to try and get past each level. And I think what I found hard is obviously you get a little symbol comes up when you can click on things that you can use or get. But it's very hard to distinguish because it all looks like you can't click on it. It all looks the same. It all looks like there's nothing there that you can... Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, it looks kind of like a painting, like it's all one solid image. It doesn't look animated, it doesn't look like sprites. And
to pick up an object, you've only got like a small area which you can click on. You know, so I think that kind of got me a bit. So I think on every area I got to, on every level I got to, I had to use the hint button. And sometimes I had to use it, press it once or twice just to remind myself what I'm actually meant to be doing. But yeah, it was good. I enjoy it. I think it's just really, really hard.
I have a confession.
Go on.
I've completed it, but not without help. It is really, like you said, it is really, really hard. I get the gist, and once I kind of get a nudge in the right direction, I can sort of figure it out.
You're the kind of person, though, I'd have to admit, that with a game, you'll have a go do... Well, no, actually, no, correction. Every game you've bought, you've actually gone along with a walkthrough. You have never done it off your own back.
I have.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
Really?
Really. I have. I
can see this being the name of the next title.
I get sort of hints now and again, and if I'm stuck on something, I'll go online or ask or whatever.
Question for you now.
Okay.
Have you ever completed a game without ever once, and I mean just once, going on the internet trying to find the answer or going through a guidebook?
I feel uncomfortable with these questions.
That's a no.
Fuck off.
That's a big no.
I game to enjoy.
I'm going to set you a challenge now.
Okay.
Any game that we've got that you have never really played. Maybe one of... No, you won't play Mirror's Edge, will you?
No, because it makes me sick.
Eternal Sonata?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get you to play that. I'm not expecting you to have finished it and play it by the next time we record. But I want you to try and complete it without using a walkthrough.
Okay.
And I mean it.
Alright.
That is your challenge over the next few weeks.
Okay.
Right then.
I hate you.
Well, I'm the one that try and uses my brain on some of these games, but yeah, I won't go into this.
I get easily frustrated. I demand results. And if I don't get results... You see, I have very little time to play games.
You know what it reminds me of, though? It's like... when you go in for an exam or a test, you're the kind of person that would write the answers on your hand.
I have never ever.
No, but this is
done
what
that.
this is what it reminds me of when you're playing these games. That's what you're basically doing. It's like writing down the answers and going, right, I need to do this, this, and this. I better go and do it.
I do like planning things out, but it's not.
That's not the case.
You see, I only do it when I get stuck.
Question.
Okay.
Right, now, no. Well, Dan's a really good gamer. Okay, he does not, and I hope he doesn't. I have never seen him use a walkthrough.
Well, he does if he's trying to find stuff. He'll generally try and play the game.
No,
its
but
own
what I'm
like
saying
me.
is he doesn't sit down and play a game and have the book next to him or sit next to the computer and have it there. Don't give me that look because you know it's true.
You're referring to Mass Effect, aren't you?
Oh, God, not that game again.
You're referring to the fact that I sit there with the maps of where everything is, and that's only because I've played it and I've done it so many times. I just like little reminders so I can go straight there
it's
and
not
get the
just
bits and...
Not just
do it.
Mass Effect. I think it's most games you play with.
Ah, shut up.
So that's your challenge. But yeah, and but back on Machinarium, good game,
Yeah.
really good. I did not use a walkthrough.
Okay.
Okay.
See, all I can think of now...
I've put you off now, haven't I?
Yeah. I look at the games I've been playing, all I can think of is, yep, use the guide for that. There's one we've both played, actually, that I've not used a guide for.
Yet.
That's mostly because Dan and Lisa kind of do all the hard work for us.
Oh, I mean, you're referring to Gears4all 3, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, we both got back
yeah.
on there. We had a 4-player co-op sesh while...
I mean, I like it because of the pure fact that we don't always do it in the fact that, you know, we're here and, you know, and they're wherever they are, playing Gears, and, you know, we've got our headsets, we can communicate with them what we should be doing. And, I mean, I like that, it's good. And it's, you know, sometimes we do have the quiet moment where we just sit there killing, you know.
being killed.
Or being killed.
In some cases.
Yes, and revive me!
Yeah. I have to say, I'm not going to give away any spoilers for people who haven't played it yet. Although I think
If they haven't, they should, you know, where have they been?
Yeah, there are certain moments in there, and I genuinely choked up. I mean, Gears of War.
I really want to say, but you know, I'm not going to spoil it.
No, but you know, Gears of War not perhaps known for its excellent storytelling and well-rounded
Let's
characters.
just say,
but
were you a little bit teary-eyed?
I was. A little bit is an understatement. I was weeping like a girl. Not
And
a butch girl
and
either.
the thing
A
is,
proper
though,
girly,
I
wimpy
was
girl.
the only one here to see it.
Yeah.
So.
I muted the mic. But no, loving Gears of War. It's another one on my pile of shame. It's one that we really should have finished by now. But
Yeah.
I will have to sort of go through it on my own or whatever at some point, just so I can like get to the end if we don't finish it 4-player co-op before then. But no, going back to that, still good, still awesome game. Still recommend picking it up.
I mean, I would mainly play it for the co-op. I think that's the only thing that. I mean, I still haven't gone through it on my own, but I don't. Me personally, I think playing it on my own, I think I just do absolutely shit at it. I'd be rubbish. Because, you know, I can just imagine myself playing it single player and going and dying and just standing there going, come on, someone revive me, and no one's, you know.
Well, that's a good thing, because in the first game, you didn't get revived, you died. But from the second one onwards, if you fall down, generally the teammates will
And obviously,
you.
you're not
but if they're computer controlled, they're kind of...
Not always, they're too busy killing other things, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
About as intelligent as a brick. But, no, you like Gears, though?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I've also been playing more Lego Harry Potter. And yes, I've needed some help with that.
Yeah, I'm
It's
bored.
hard.
I'm bored of that game.
But I also tried a demo for a game that's coming out end of next month called Asura's Wrath. Now, it's sort of been skirting on the periphery of my awareness for a while. It's published by Capcom and developed by a team that I cannot remember their name. I didn't write it down. I feel bad. But it's basically a sort of kung fu action anime that's interactive. It's not so much a game. There's a lot of quick time events and there's a lot of sort of scripted boss fights and all that. It's the sort of thing that Dan would really, really hate. But I think it's the way it's presented. It sort of makes sense. It feels less like a game and more like interactive anime series. Now, I personally really like it. I thought it was awesome. But I don't see it doing very well. Because sort of the demographic audience for it are kids who think a kick-ass anime from Japan is like Pokemon. And they've never seen stuff like Fist of the North Star, Dragon Ball Z, all that sort of stuff. The sort of stuff that you, me, we all grew up on. And this is kind of what it conjures to me. It's very sort of Japanese, but has bits of like Chinese mythology and all that. And you know, it's probably not brilliant, but you know, it's pretty epic. It kind of conjured up sort of a bit of God of War as well, with like the quick time events. But no, tried that. I'd say it's worth downloading the demo and trying it. You might like it, but this is one. It's coming out, I think, on the 24th of February. February is obviously a very difficult month for me because, you know, there's a certain holiday where men feel obliged to purchase
bring this up.
the carcasses of dead flora and present them to their girlfriends or prospective love interests. And, you know, it's all very commercial. You know what? I think given the choice between buying flowers for you or buying a game in February, I think honestly, I'd probably go with the flowers.
Really? You're not just saying that now?
Well, simply because I'm a nerd and the novelty that I actually have a girlfriend is something that's not common amongst my people. So, yeah, you know, I know which side of the bread my side of the bread is. But that went wrong. Yeah. Never mind. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, but I probably will try and pick this up at some point.
I could just see it now, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, and you hand me a game.
It'd be a game you like.
Not saying that I don't, you know.
I am buying you a game in February anyway.
Yeah.
Don't you forget this.
Final Fantasy 13 too.
Which you will probably be talking about next week, because I think as we speak,
a
demo has gone up, so
yes,
that's what we'll be playing next week.
Yes.
But as for what we've been playing this week...
Nope, Final Fantasy. Now, please.
When we finish the podcast.
Okay. Carry on.
I think we're done for this week. Carry on. I think that's a good place to call it a stop.
Yes.
So join us in part 2 where we'll be talking about this week's news, and we'll leave you with this bit of music for the break. Welcome back to part 2 of the Games4all podcast. This is the section where we talk about this week's news, and with the headlines, Michelle.
Okay, headline number 1. Microsoft demos Kinect TV integration.
That's the one.
There we go, I can say it.
Consumer Electronics Show is on at the moment, or has just been on, or just finished. Lots of companies showing off new tech and stuff. Microsoft, Sony have a presence there. I just thought this was cool, because it was like an episode of Sesame Street, which users could interact with, and people, the Muppets on the show would react to them based on what they picked and what they chose. And obviously it's not anything that's going to be happening anytime soon, but it's just kind of like showcasing what you can do with the technology. I think we've pretty much known that it's been able to do this for a while. It's the sort of thing that seems normal, but I just think it's interesting, and it brings some like ideas like interactive TV in the future. I mean, you think how many like game shows and stuff there is where there's kind of like audience participation or play along at home type things.
Yeah. What
this could sort of mean for that. And you know, but I don't know whether it would be like, I can't see it being like mainstream TV. I don't see like a BBC or ITV show having Xbox support. It would have to be its own channel, its own stuff. But you know, for kids, especially something like Sesame Street, where there are so many questions and taught so many things and given like so many options, it sort of seems ideal.
Yeah. And
it just kind of like shows where sort of like the Kinect could go in the next few years, or technology like the Kinect or whatever. And you know, I just thought it was pretty cool.
I think, yeah. I mean, I'd have to. Yeah, I don't really know what to think about it, to be honest. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does, but You're sort of thinking that there was this thing a while ago. It was like interactive movies where you'd sit down and watch a film in like cinemas and stuff, and you'd all have like these remotes with like 3 different options, and then the audience would then like press a button, whichever option got the highest vote would play out on the film.
Yeah.
Sort of that, but slightly more advanced. You can think that with like sort of TV at home, enough people watching.
Yeah.
You could do a vote with the Kinect or whatever as they're watching it. You know, interesting. I don't see how it would work. I don't know how they're going to do it, but the fact that they can do it shows that they're thinking outside the box.
Sesame Street.
And Sesame Street. Sesame Street's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, next story.
This would be a story that Dan's very happy about.
Yeah.
Netflix officially launches in the UK.
Yes, this has been a long time coming, and if Dan were here, he would go on endlessly about it. Being the fact that he's subscribed already.
Yeah, we've already heard about it.
Netflix, it's only been available in America up until now. It's now here in the UK. Not strictly a gaming story, but the fact that it's available on the 360, PS3 and Wii kind of makes it gaming domain, so I have claimed it. You know, it's a streaming subscription-based service.
Yeah.
You get like movies and TV shows, and for a set kind of subscription fee every month, you can stream as much as you want.
Yeah.
TV shows, films, sort of epic TV shows like The Only Way is Essex.
No.
And amazingly classic films like Howard the Duck.
Why have you got The Only Way is Essex stuck in my head? I hate it.
Well, it has stuff like all 3 seasons of Arrested Development, and you know, some like
now you're talking.
Firefly, and you know, there's all sorts of stuff there. And I was sort of eavesdropping a chat between Josh from the Underground Geek Network, who we'll be plugging later, and Dan talking about it. And I said, it's not. If you're looking for something, chances are you might not find it. It's not all like sort of top kind of what you'd expect there, but there's a lot of weird stuff that you wouldn't expect, a lot of sort of cult and odd and peculiar stuff, and the fact that it's $5.99 a month to stream as many like TV shows as you want, I think that's really good.
But you know,
for less than the price of a DVD, you get as many films.
You think about it, because obviously you pay ridiculous amounts of money with getting like Virgin Media and everything else like this.
Absolutely.
And you watch you've got a whole bunch of channels, and half the time you're not going to be watching half of the stuff that's on there. You have a select few of shows, some stuff that you could record. With this, just, I
mean, you watch 2 films a month, And
it's only going to cost you what? How much?
£6 a month.
£6 a month, there you go.
As much TV or movies and stuff as you want, and it's always there.
Yeah.
So, I think it's good. The first month is free. We are getting this on the Xbox, I'm telling you now.
I take it there isn't a thing where you could... obviously, it's going to be free for the first month, and I take it it's something that you're going to have to give a first payment anyway, or not? Or some people are going to be able to, have it for the first month and then not have it afterwards. Does that make sense?
You know what? I'm not sure. Never really thought about it. I don't think you're tied in at any point. I think you get the first month free, and then if you want any subsequent months, you then have to pay. Yeah, it's I think it's a pretty wicked deal. And like I said, we will be getting it, but the only problem is with games coming out, games and certain commercial holidays coming up over
Don't
February
give me dirty
and March,
looks like that.
over February and March. I'm not going to have £6 spare. That sounds really, really bad, but I'm going to be proper counting my pennies. But in March I might get the free month and then stop paying for it in April. So we will be getting it, because I'm really excited about it, and I think this is awesome. I think this is a step closer to making these game consoles more sort of central entertainment systems.
Yeah.
And stuff, because it's the one thing that we really, really lacked.
Yes.
Over here is TV packages and streaming film. I mean, you've been able to stream films, but they've been their own.
See, that's the thing though, because I can't remember if it was on the Xbox, if it was it the PlayStation 3 with the whole BBC iPlayer. Yeah. And fair enough, and I think it was good at times, but watching it on the TV, the quality was shocking. It was really bad.
And this is the thing with Netflix. A lot of the stuff is in HD.
Well, there you go.
So, Awesome.
Because then, it's not one of those things that you'll be streaming it off. Like, you watch it on BBC iPlayer and then it would just, halfway through a film, it would stop just so it could buffer up.
There might still be an element of that, but...
There wouldn't... Well, if it was to happen, it wouldn't be, a big waiting time like you'd get with half of these things.
See, I don't know. I think that's kind of like part of the course, but...
Okay, the other thing I would ask is there going to be a whole bunch of adverts that get stuck in between?
See, this is where we need Dan, because he's actually got it in
Dan would be sitting there going, yes, no, yes, no.
I don't think so, because I think it sort of pretty much pays for itself. It doesn't need the advertising, because people pay a subscription to use it,
true.
And it's self-funded. So.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Anyway, so that's awesome.
Yes.
Next headline, come on,
Next headline, let's see if I can pronounce this. Bethesda settles with Interplay over Fallout rights.
Well done. We were in the break sort of practicing Bethesda, sounding it out phonetically.
Bethesda.
There's been this whole story. Basically, Interplay originally made the Fallout games. They published Fallout 1, 2 and Tactics on the PC way back when I first played them, when I was a nipper. But Bethesda bought those rights and subsequently released Fallout 3, and they now sort of own the rights. But they licensed the Fallout MMO rights to Interplay to make a massively multiplayer. Now, the whole story, there's a whole story. It's been going on for a while, a long, long time, and all the details are streamed all over the internet if you want to look into it. But this story is they've finally come to a settlement.
Yeah.
And now Bethesda owns all the rights to the Fallout IP. So the Fallout MMO from Interplay is no-go, no more, null and void, not going to happen. Interplay can still sell Fallout 1, 2 and Tactics, as they have been doing for the last couple of years, but only until December 2013.
Yeah. After
then, all rights, even to those 3 original games, then pass to Bethesda. So we'll see what happens now that they've got more control. Now this is kind of out the way. It's kind of no hooing and hawing about it. But
we'll see.
More Bethesda news now.
Okay, next headline. Skyrim 1.4 update will fix PS3 lag issues.
Yes, this is the sort of the fly in the lotion for PS3 owners. Obviously, Skyrim, huge, massive game. Lots of people love it. It comes with bugs, but I think PS3 has had the worst share of it. What they've had is an issue with, I think we've talked about it before on the show, is the save games, as they travel through the game, the save files get larger and larger and larger.
Yeah.
And once they reach a certain size, the game can't load off them very easily, and it causes really sort of big lag and stutter.
Yeah.
To points where it slows down to like 1 frame a second. Really, really bad.
Yeah.
And there's been several updates, but nothing to address this issue as of yet, and it's been really pissing people off. Mostly,
sorry.
Well, I think exclusively PS3 owners. But no, Bethesda have said that these issues are definitely being addressed in the next patch, the 1.4 update, which is out later this month. It'll also fix a few other kind of gameplay wrong-uns. You alright? Do you want a drink?
Yes. No, I'm fine.
They're focusing more on... Because obviously, with a game this size, you get like broken quests and stuff and little gameplay things that go wrong. They're focusing more on engine issues.
Yeah.
And faults with that first, which, it's fair enough. But, so hopefully by the end of the month, PS3 owners will be able to play Skyrim lag-free.
After how long after the game's come out?
2-3 months. I know, it doesn't sound good, but at least they've done something.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I can just see PS3 users going, oh, finally, these lag issues are sorted. And you get, like the Xbox users going, yeah, fuck you lot, I'm already,
Oh, we pretty much are already. That's kind of the situation in the world.
PS3.
Big fuck you. But,
okay, so...
you know, I will. Can I just add?
Yes.
Not wanting to talk over you. You know, it's just a sign of the times, though, that, you know, back in my day,
Back in the day.
I really should not use that. I hate it when other people say it. And I hate myself right now for saying it. But when you bought a game, that was it. In a box, product, package, gone. There was then no more, nothing. Now, I think we talked about this before, like updates and patches and all that. Does it give excuses for developers and publishers to push out games that aren't finished before, or, you know, is it something positive to take away from it? I think as games get bigger, there's going to be more and more bugs creeping in. I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
And some people would say, "Oh yeah, I'd rather wait," and I'm going to call bullshit on that now and say, you don't want to wait. You want games as soon as possible, and developers want like a realistic window, and they want to do that. And the fact that they now have the opportunity to fix it, I don't think means that they're going to push out half-assed games. I mean, Skyrim, when it first came out, I played it at the beginning, before it was patched or anything. Well, I think it was like one patch or whatever. But, you know, it was pretty solid. A few bugs here and there, but, you know, it was a pretty solid, well-put-together game. It definitely didn't feel unfinished or half-finished, so... But it's good that they're taking the time and doing it and fixing it up, and 6 months down the road, it will be perfect. Bang on.
Woo!
You really don't care, do you? Not in the slightest. No. Come on, last story.
Okay, last story. No PS4 at E3.
Yes, there was a report, apparently from a 100% concrete absolute source.
Which probably means it's bullshit.
Well, this is the thing, that the Xbox 720 and the PS4 would definitely be making a show at E3 this year.
Yeah.
Michael Pachter, who may have been mentioned on the show before, said, no, that's not going to happen. That's completely false. So naturally, everybody assumed that they would. Well, chalk one up to Pachter, because Sony have turned around and said, no, there's no PS4 at E3 this year. That's not going to happen. Is it kind of double bluffing? Are they saying that's to take us off? I think, you know, when I first heard this thing and it said 100% concrete source, I took it with a pinch of salt anyway. I think we're realistically looking at an unveiling next year, ready for holiday 2013.
Yeah. We'll have to see then, won't we?
Yeah, but no, definitely no PS4. PS4. But, you know, still no word from Microsoft, but I think it's pretty safe to assume that there's not going to be another Xbox.
We've probably said that now and it will happen.
Well, if it does, I'm going to cry because I don't have the money for it when it comes out this Christmas. Unless you want to buy it for me.
No.
Right, is any more news?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Well, let's just say I'm not too happy about this week's UK sales chart.
No, which will be coming up after this short break. Welcome back to part 3 of the Games4all podcast, where Michelle is now going to run through this week's UK sales chart.
I don't really want to.
Do it. Now.
Alright. Okay, well, can I just miss one of them?
No.
Do I have to say it?
Yes.
Do I really?
You have to spell it out.
I'm not going that far, it's just... Ugh. Okay, so at number 10 it's Assassin's Creed Revelations. At number 9 it's Rage. At number 8 it's Saints Row the Third. At number 7 it's Need for Speed The Run. At number 6...
Say it.
Zumba Fitness.
You fucking assholes. You see, Michelle needed to say it. I needed her to say it. It needed to happen.
It was
but there is no excuse for this.
No excuse. It was at number 19 last week, and it's shot up.
You know what it is? It's the whole New Year thing. People
trying to lose their Christmas weight, aren't they?
Yeah. But...
Oh God. Anyway, let's just forget about that. Just forget it. I don't want to know about it. At number 5, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. At number 4, Just Dance 3. At number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. At number 2, Battlefield 3. And at number 1, FIFA 12.
Well, yeah, FIFA 12 is probably going to be at number 1 for a while.
Yes.
But a bit of a swappage from Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3.
I just hope Zumba Fitness doesn't get to number 1 next week.
Oh.
Don't do it, people. You got rid of it. It spent how many weeks? 10 weeks, nearly, in the top 10. And...
Well, no, it spent longer than that in the top 10. It spent nearly 10 weeks at number 1.
Well,
But...
Get rid of it, people. Chuck it away. Just burn it.
Get a proper exercise game.
Go for a run.
Go for a run.
You know, get the one on the Kinect. Just get the shapeness of whatever you want to call it. I can't remember it now.
Your shape fitness.
That's it.
But only if you have a Kinect.
Yes.
Or you could get like Move Sports for the PlayStation.
You know what it is now? I've just got a funny feeling people have got this Zumba thing and they're just sitting on their sofa just shaking their arms about.
Yeah.
That's what they're probably doing.
Waggling.
Waggling, yeah. They're probably sitting there going, oh god, I fucking regret buying this. Probably.
But you bought it anyway, you dumb fucks.
Okay, so...
New releases, there is...
Off topic. Let's just skip the Zumba Fitness.
Yeah, oh, if only we could. Pretty much nothing coming out this month. Resident Evil Revelations at the end of the month still.
Yes.
February is looking to be quite a good month though, because obviously Final Fantasy
13
2 right at the beginning of the month, and you've got stuff like Catherine's finally coming out over here, and that Asura's Wrath and various other stuff in February. We'll be going through it, so bear with us for a couple of weeks, and in February we'll be talking more.
Yes.
So well, if you have any criticisms about the show, mostly aimed at me, I imagine,
yes,
you can email us at podcast@games4allpodcast.com and visit our website www.games4allpodcast.com, or we're on Facebook, www.facebook.com/games4allpodcast. And what is the 4?
It's a number.
We're also on Twitter. You can search us at Games4all, or twitter.com/games4all. Still a number.
Still a number.
Still
not
a
a word,
number.
a number.
And if you really, really want to, we'd really like it, you can subscribe to us on iTunes. We have an audio and video playlist.
Yes.
Subscribe to both. There's some good shit there, people.
Yes.
Write a little review.
And while you're at it, you can also check out the Underground Geek Network.
Yes, undergroundgeeknetwork.com. They're also on Twitter, which is twitter.com/ugeeknetwork. The U is a letter.
Yes.
They're a great bunch of people. Deal everything geeky, from TV shows, games, comic books, Ghostbusters, Batman, Superman, Power Rangers, Ernie Hudson.
Anything
copious
geeky.
amounts of Ernie Hudson.
Anything geeky.
But yeah, they're you guys. Good friends of the show. Cannot recommend it enough.
Check them out.
Yep, they're also on iTunes and Facebook. Follow links on our page, or look for them directly. But come to us.
And them.
We have good stuff, people. All the good stuff's at the back.
James?
Is that time to go? Is it time for my medication?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Alright, well, I'm going to nip off now and put on my straitjacket, and we will see you next week.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website www.games4allpodcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/Games4all, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out hostgator.com.